I wanted to make something spooky and fun to add to my carnival I've been making in Unity. I decided on a bouncy castle. So first I generated a spooky bouncy castle image that I liked. I loaded into Meshy's Image to 3D tool and hit the button to create 3D AI magic. Don't mind the lady, I was making people to populate my game. I then pick whichever preview looks the best. Not a big deal for a bouncy castle, but for more complex things, it usually takes me a while to decide. And just like that, I now have a 3D bouncy castle. I use the edit texture tool a lot for any little areas that seem off. My game is pretty dark and creepy, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now I just download the asset and drag it into my Unity project. I got my assistant ChatGPT to whip me up a code to animate my bouncy castle. I add the texture back on and forgot I tested the script on the ticket booth, so just a quick switch. And now my bouncy castle bounces. Though it kind of looks more like breathing, but that's a quick fix too. Much better. Now just need some lighting. And I have an empty bouncy castle. So I need something to bounce in it. Kids don't really fit the vibe of my game, so candy monsters. I generated images for 4 candy-themed monsters. This guy's a lollipop. This guy's a candy apple. This guy's a root beer gummy. And of course, a candy corn monster. I go through the same process as with the bouncy castle, except for Mr. Candy Apple Mohawk. Because of the straight-on view, I guess the AI thought it was a hairstyle, not a stick. Usually, a few retries will fix the issue, but in his case, he needed to be given a little haircut in Blender. I can barely use Blender, but this was a simple enough fix even for me. In the meantime, the texturing of my other candy monsters was working out well. After texturing, it's time to rig them, which will then let me animate them. Obviously, they're not your average humanoid shape, so I was expecting some crazy results. And I got them. But they're candy monsters, so I love it. I want them to be bouncing in the bouncy castle, of course, so I just find some jump animations in the Meshy library that look hilarious, and add them to the model and download it, and do the same with my root beer dude here. Now back to Mr. Candy Apple. I use Meshy's AI texturing tool and re-upload my model with its new haircut. I then just add the original image back in as the reference. Mr. Candy Corn is looking great, so it's time to give him some skin. Candy Apple looks awesome other than this weird little tooth and these spots because I think the AI thought he was a strawberry. It's an honest mistake. Candy Corn is ready to be animated. He has kind of like a depressed vibe, which is great. So we'll make his jumping less impressive than the other monsters. Candy Apple has some swagger, so I'll make him jump the highest. And with that, they're all imported into Unity, have their animations added, and I got my assistant to make me a bouncy script so they can all actually get some height. Not candy corn, of course. And root beer kind of just jiggles, but I like it. It's all pretty goofy and obviously far from perfection, but it's cute and fits the kind of wonky vibe my whole game has at this point. Thanks for watching my little video. I hope it was entertaining.